That old early morning sun's about to break on the horizon. The coffee's a-perkin', and the bacon's a-cookin'. And it's time once again to head on up to Sportsman's Lodge and visit with Ron Jones.
We don't try to kill anything but roosters, you know. Yeah.
Good morning, folks. Glad you could join us on Sportsman's Lodge this morning, and you'll have to excuse my voice. I just developed this laryngitis, but Dr. Varnum has been taking care of me.
I've been doctoring him, really.
She gave me some drops, and it's really helped me a lot. But I'm sure this face is no stranger to the Tri-States area. My guest today is Ann Varnum. And Ann, how long have you been on TV?
Well, actually about 37 years, and I'm still working part-time for another television station.
Okay. Yeah, I think I got in this in 1965, so that's all I've ever done, you know. But I really enjoy it. And,
I love people.
Absolutely. But
it's a pleasure to be with you and see you again.
Well, it's a pleasure to see you again. I haven't seen you in several years.
I know.
So,
good to work with you.
What's Ann doing these days?
Well, I'm doing Moms Every Day. It's a show. I also host tours, and I write. I write for the Dothan Eagle. I write for Wiregrass Living, and I just have fun looking after my grandchildren.
Yeah. Well, Ann emailed me, or she saw me on Facebook, and she said that she had something that I might want to do a story on for Sportsman's Lodge and a feature. And when she told me about it, I said absolutely. And so she put me onto this, and she's going to be with Rob Salter. And we won't tell you right now what he did, but she's gonna do that when he comes up, and it's a major accomplishment, and you'll see when we come back. So y'all stay with us and watch this.
You'll love it.
Yeah.
You'll love Rob.
We'll be right back.
When you have work to do, get it done with a Kubota. Kubota is the top choice for reliability, efficiency, and value. And right now during Kubota Rewards, take advantage of 0 down and 0% APR for up to 60 months on new Kubota utility and ag tractors, tractor loader backhoes, and utility vehicles. It pays to own Orange. See your Kubota dealer today.
See and save on all Kubota tractors and equipment at Sowell Tractor today.
Innovative Glass. Together, Mark Moody and Tim Johnson have over 2 decades of experience in the glass industry. Mark and Tim have made Innovative Glass a success story. Innovative Glass has the most up-to-date equipment that you won't find at a lot of other glass companies in the area. They specialize in residential and commercial. Anything from shower doors, tabletop glass, and special made-to-fit windows and doors, Innovative Glass can handle small and large jobs, including big condo development window and door replacements. Innovative Glass has Sportsman's Lodge stamp of approval. Give them a call.
It's 850-541-2417 and 850-541-2418.
Innovative Glass, the professionals in Bay County.
When buying meat, make sure it's fresh and that you know where it came from. Stone's Meats in Shipley, Florida is the butcher of choice in this area.
Everything is made right here. We produce our own bacon, hams, and sausage.
From smoked bacon, hams, and sausage to fresh cut beef and pork, Henry Stone and his staff know the business. Henry can custom cut.
If you like your steak 3/4 of an inch or 1.5 inches, we'll cut them however you like them.
Folks, don't take any chances. Buy it fresh cut from the best. Stone's Meats, 1008 Highway 277, Shipley, Florida. 850-638-0673. Be safe. Call Stone's Meats today.
We've said it for years, folks. When you do business with Stone's Meats in Shipley, Florida, you know where your meat's coming from and you know that it's safe.
Holiday on Wheels is 35. Happy birthday!
Holiday on Wheels providing RV fun since 1976, and we're going to continue the tradition.
All new Class A's, exciting new Muratas, bunks for the kids, beautiful new Concords, travel trailers, largest parts and accessories in the area with some 70% off. Quality selection and service techs are second to none. Best financing in years. Now is the time to step into your dream RV.
You want to find out how Rito feels? Come to Holiday on Wheels.
Well, welcome back to Sportsman's Lodge. No, I'm not Ron Jones. but it must be a cousin because my maiden name was Jones. Today I promised you earlier that I would introduce to you a very wonderful young man. His name is Rob Salter. He was born with Spina Bifida, but it never slowed him down. In fact, Rob has been such, I guess, an example to others that you should be the best that you can be. And that includes what he just recently accomplished. It's indeed a pleasure to welcome to Ron Jones's show, Rob Salter. I'll get this right in a minute.
It's all right.
Actually, when I first met Rob, he was in the process of bagging, I called it, the 4 species of turkeys in the world. And now he is the only person in the world in a wheelchair that has managed to shoot all 4 species. And that gnat must be mad with me. He's been trying to ride on my eyelashes, so I'll brush it for me and you. Tell me when you decided to try to capture all 4 species.
The other day. Yeah, the other day. Actually.
Well, you actually started a few years ago. Trying to find out the species. You told me the first one you shot was down in Florida. And what was that?
The Osceola.
Yeah, Osceola.
Yeah, the Osceola.
And how long did it take you to shoot that one? Did 2 or 3 days or?
Same day.
Oh, you did it the same day. Okay, great. And then you set your mind, and there's one, and your mother told me the eastern turkey is a native of this area where we live. And so did you wait a few years, or was it the next year before you shot it?
I waited a little bit before I shot it.
Just you had to find out where it was and then locate it. And then the third one was, is it Rio Grande, is that correct? And that was in Kansas. You had to go all the way to Kansas for that one.
I did.
But this last one, making it the there are only 4 species of turkeys in the world, and he is the only person in a wheelchair ever to get all 4. And this was very recent. You had to go all the way to South Dakota. And
I did.
Tell me about what happened. You had an Indian guide. How long did it take you to find the turkey and shoot it?
He helped me find it, so.
You were out there about how many days?
2 days.
2 days.
We went out there and spent the night, and then we went over to the lodge.
The lodge?
Yeah.
And how did you feel when you saw the turkey?
I was surprised.
You surprised?
Very surprised.
And how did it feel when you actually brought the turkey down?
Oh, I was really glad, proud of that.
I bet you were. And I understand your guide was just about as excited as you were.
He was.
On your wall in your room, you already have mounted 3 of the 4 turkeys. And this big mama that you just, or it might have been a male, I'm not sure, but it is going to be on your wall too. How in the world are you going to be able to sleep with all these trophies all around? If you wake up in the middle of the night and have a nightmare that these animals are coming after you, you ever worry about that?
They do not bother me.
They don't bother you. How did you get started with hunting in the first place?
A friend of mine took me, and Mike Bison, he took me hunting.
And you got real excited about it.
Yes.
Now, I realize you are in a wheelchair, but you are very, very strong. Your upper arms are strong, and you haven't had trouble shooting a gun or, what is it, that other thing? It's a crossbow? Can you use?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. It's amazing. We're going to come back in just a minute also, because not only does he hunt spectacularly, but he also rides beautiful Palomino horses. When we come back, we'll talk to Rob more about his other fun.
Have you got water problems? Pump won't pump? Do you need answers and solutions, but you don't want the runaround and you want someone honest? Well, have no fear, folks. Do what I did. Call the man, Water Dan. Dan Dubose will take care of your problem.
Hello, folks. This is Water Dan. I work on submersible pumps, jet pumps, do repairs and upgrades, anything to do with an existing water well. I would appreciate it if you call.
Call the man, Water Dan. He'll take care of your water problems. 850-535-9308. 535-9308. Folks, you know why people from Washington, Jackson, Holmes, Bay County, you know why they call Water Dan? Because Dan Dubose knows what he's doing. Y'all give him a call.
Wow, this snow sure is gritty and salty. No, silly, this is sand, not snow. So that's why it's so hot. Yeah, but thank goodness our daddy owns A+ air conditioning. He keeps our home as cold as Alaska. Cool. Hey, I'll race you home.
For the most professional, most reliable, and most preferred air conditioning service in the area, call A+ Air Conditioning, 850-230-3009.
Okay, bet you I can win.
Well, welcome back to Sportsman's Lodge, and Ron Jones is here, but I had the privilege of interviewing my friend Rob Salter. Ron's throat is just a little bit sore today, so I'm doing the honors with Rob. I mentioned earlier, if you caught our first segment, that Rob has succeeded in shooting all 4 of the world-class turkeys, and he's also quite an avid rider. He rides in a challenged class, they call it. You have been riding your beautiful Palomino horses for years. 12 years you've gone to the world. Tell us about going to Tulsa and what the experience has been like for you.
It's just been fun. And I have a lot of friends.
So it's something you, about what time of the year do you go every year?
Usually the last show at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm. Like in what, July or August or when?
I think so.
July usually, okay. Yeah. You know, Rob, you and I have talked earlier. You have got one of the most wonderful mothers and fathers. They never let you use your challenge, which you were born with Spina Bifida, as an excuse not to be everything you should be. And how do you feel about your parents and what they've challenged you to do?
I love them.
I don't blame you. They're tremendous. They let you go out hunting with Mike Bice. They let you ride this Palomino horse. You and one other boy actually were the first challenge riders.
Me and one other.
How did you feel that first year? Were you really excited, nervous?
I was not nervous. Not nervous at all.
And we understand that your Palomino is still here on your farm. And she was sort of like was she a girl or a boy? Boy. I'm sorry. Okay, you still ride. So, well, anyway, what do you do to win all those awards in the challenge? You show the horse, or what is it that?
It's a confirmation that the judges are looking for.
Mm-hmm. You have to hold a certain way, hold the horse a certain way, and everything. Would you be disappointed if you didn't win something big every year?
No, ma'am. Sure wouldn't.
But you do. You manage to ride big every year. What's it like to travel? You have a travel trailer, and you go and you get real close to the horse, almost like it's part of your family, isn't it?
It is. Very close.
And about how many awards have you won thus far?
12.
12? You've
11,
won
12.
something every year. And, we're going to talk to your parents in just a little bit about, they also ride Palominos and they also show, and they have won spectacular awards. What is it like living in South Alabama and yet actually traveling all over the United States with your Palomino horses, with your hunting trips? How does it feel to be able to do that?
It feels great to have time off from the other trips to be able to do that.
So you're something you work for and look forward every year. Now, you in your room, you have 3 of the 4 turkeys that you bagged. You have deer, and they're in the hall, I think, and you have a ram. What else have you shot?
Alligator.
Ooh, what did you use on him?
Crossbow, same.
Crossbow, okay.
Same.
And what about isn't that wild boar?
It's a wild hog.
Wild hog. He's ugly. Hanging up on your wall.
It's the shotgun I use for him.
Well, you are very strong in your do you work out or practice?
I used to.
And how do you feel about Mike Bice, who's been with you through a lot of your trials in hunting?
I help him out whenever he needs me to.
I love that. He says he doesn't help me as much as I help him. Rob is quite an unusual young man, and by the way, you can be all that you need to be if you just want to. Rob is a perfect example of you can overcome challenges in life to achieve your dream. Our congratulations to Rob Salter.
Ed Holly, Holly Outdoors, Blountstown, Florida, where we sell the most dependable outboard on the market, Dothan. 2.5 horsepower to 115, Dothan has an engine to meet your needs. And Dothan still builds and sells two-stroke engines. Dothan Outboards from Holly Outdoors in Blountstown, Florida, 850-674-7718. 850-674-7718.
It's the next best thing to the old vegetable truck. It's Main Street Market in Chipley. Owned and operated by Paul Davidson, Main Street Market stocks the largest selection of good fresh fruits and vegetables and a whole lot more.
We sell wholesale or retail.
From fresh local milk
That's so cheesy creamery milk
to a complete line of Amish products to livestock and pet food.
We now offer a full line of Seminole feed. We also carry a full line of frozen vegetables, all types of Amish cheese. We have Amish butter, that's one of our specialties.
Hey, you need it? We've got it. Top quality coastal Bermuda horse hay, year-round. Main Street Market. We're located on the corner of Highway 90 and 77 in Chipley, Florida.
At King's, we've been meeting your prescription needs since 1977. Come see us next door at our new location. You'll find our friendly, professional staff with many years of experience will help you with your prescription needs. If you've been told you have to use the large chain stores, that may not be the case. Give us a call. We've added jewelry lines including Mariana, along with gifts featuring mud pie collection. Come see us next door at our new location. Like in most any business, if you treat people right, they'll stay with you and keep coming back. And that's our goal here at King's.
Drive-in service now available at King's Discount Drugs, Main Street in Chipley, Florida. AMH Automotive has moved to a bigger and better location to better serve more customers. 5213 East Business Highway 98. Come let Mike do it.
Y'all come see me at my new location. From little cars to big trucks, anything in between. We can take care of your automotive needs.
All minor and major repairs from brakes to overheating to head gaskets, let Mike do it.
Give us a call. We might be able to solve your problem on the phone.
If you don't know where to take your vehicle to get the job done, take it to Mike. Now located at 5213 East Business Highway 98, just west of Mr. Bingo. Come let Mike do it. Locked out of your car? Call Mike. He'll get you back on the road.
Hello, I'm Ann Varnum, and I'm having fun on Sportsman's Lodge with my friend Ron Jones. It's been a pleasure to talk today with Rob Salter. I've been a friend of the Salter family for years. I've been amazed at all of the accomplishments that Rob has been able to make because he was born with Spina Bifida. But you see, Rob had another advantage. He had outstanding parents that did everything in their power to allow Rob to reach his full potential. It's indeed a pleasure to welcome Betty and Larry Salter. And your claim to fame is that you're Rob's parents. Is that
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Now, we talked about the accomplishments that Rob has in hunting and in riding those beautiful Palomino horses in challenge classes. But you and Larry have also won a lot of awards. You have ridden for 12 years now in the championship and pleasure class with your Palominos. Tell me about that first.
Well, Larry does most of the pleasure riding. I do what they call all around, and that means I ride more than one class. And we were really fortunate. 2003 actually is when Tad and I were fortunate enough to win Reserve World and Trail at the World Show. And,
Tad being your beautiful horse.
A Tad Bit Famous, the first Palomino that Rob actually rode in the Challenge Riders as well. And we go to a lot of regional and local shows, and haven't been doing a lot of traveling this past year because it's been the economy has just slowed down a lot of the horse shows, but we still enjoy it. We love it as a family. We do it together.
And of course, Larry, in 2009, you won the world class. Tell me about that.
Well, in 2009, I won the Amateur Select Western Pleasure class on my horse, Zippo Straight in Time. So that was.
Where did you come up with a Tad Bit Famous Zippo Straight? I love it. These horses are almost like family members too, aren't they?
They are. Yeah,
we have a barn name for them, but that's their official name that actually someone else named them before we bought them.
Mm-hmm.
PT is his horse's barn name, and mine is Tad, so for short for Tad Bit Famous.
How do you feel about the accomplishments your son did? Because he has won in the Challenge division, and he wins ribbons every year.
Exactly. We're very proud of him because it's quite an accomplishment, and of course that's the highlight of his year, to go to Tulsa, Oklahoma to the World Show and meet all of his friends, and he has quite a time out there.
I understand he's quite a money raiser too, Betty.
Absolutely.
He got down with the mic and they raised money for the Challenge Riders.
This year, the Challenge Riders is independent in that they support their own group by donations mainly. And their funds were getting a little low, and this year the person in charge of the Challenge Riders asked me if I thought Rob might like to make a little speech to help raise money. And they do this when they have a big crowd in the arena right before a huge class. Is when they want to get the biggest crowd there. So they rolled him down in the middle of the arena, and they talked about the Challenge Riders, and they handed the mic to Rob. And Rob made this little speech, and within a second, just no time, they'd raised $4,400.
Well, I'm going to get him on my team to raise money for me. Quickly, Betty, you had the most outstanding thing to happen to your family recently at that big show, and this includes Rob, the whole Salter family. Tell us about that.
Well, this was the National Palomino Convention in Memphis back in March. We had not planned to go because we'd had some illness the last year, and I hadn't been doing a lot of showing, so we weren't going to really go this year because it was an award ceremony. And the Outland president sent word to a friend of ours that we needed to be there. So I thought it was another award they were going to give Rob, and I said, well, we'll be there. Well, it was a very, very great surprise. At the very end of the meeting, the awards presentation, right before the president was through with his tenure, he said, my last duty is to give an award. I made a promise 2 years ago, if I ever was president, I would give this award, and I'm presenting it to the Salter family, Larry, Betty, Rob, and Summer, for being always there for everybody and for each other. And it was very humbling. We were so shocked and very humbled by it.
Listen, they are always the family of the year. They deserve they've been wonderful role models for their family, for their son, and they look after their animals, and that's one thing very important. Thank you for being on our program, for being on Ron Jones's program. We're going to take a quick break, and there's more to come.
Join the sons of Confederate veterans. Fight back. about all we got. So. Just a little she bram.
Not bad. Pretty.
Pretty little she bram.
It is.
All right. I done ran some water in the live well on the rhino, so I'm gonna go ahead and put him in the live well, or her. Get the hook out. There we go. How you like that?
That's nice of you.
Right. In the live. What's a nice live
Really?
well? It's a wide live, long. I like it.
Right.
Bluegill. Good bluegill.
Oh, sure is. I was just looking for it. I couldn't find it. Oh, there it is. What you got on the end of that line there, dude? Oh, look at him. That looks like a bass. Wow. Is it? Now, look at that thing. That's a nice fish, ain't it?
Get that worm.
Wow, hold that sucker up. Let me get you and him on camera. Hold him up to your face. That's a nice fish. Yeah, hold him up a little bit.
When you hold these fish, you don't want to jack that jaw up. Pick them up like that.
Yeah?
Because you'll break that jaw.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you'll break it. It's probably legal. They'd have to be 12 inches, but I ain't gonna keep no bass. I don't eat bass anyway, so.
Well, let me get a close up look. That's a nice looking fish there, man. Look at that color on him.
Yeah.
Golden.
Pretty. Just barely got him hooked, see that?
Yeah. Wow.